Henry and Bea, written and illustrated by Jessica Bagley. It's always lucky to find someone who understands you, and that's why Henry and Bea were the best of friends. They always had fun together. It's as if they could tell what the other was thinking without saying a word. Except for one day when Henry seemed quiet and sad. No one, not even Bea, knew why. "I want to sit by myself," said Henry at lunchtime. She tried to find out what was the matter, but Henry acted like they weren't even friends. "What did I do?" asked Bea. "Just leave me alone," said Henry. And she did. It was hard on Bea. She missed her friend. Then Mrs. Birchfield made an announcement. "This Friday, we are taking a field trip to my family's farm." The classroom buzzed with excitement, except for Henry. "This is going to be great," Bea turned and said to Henry out of habit. "Humph," mumbled Henry. The morning of the field trip was cold and gray. The class gathered outside to get on the bus. Neither Henry nor Bea had ever been to a farm, and Bea thought maybe the field trip might make him feel happy. "Can I sit by you?" Bea gently asked Henry. "I don't care," he huffed, and he looked the other way. The bus rumbled up to an old farm and rolled past brightly colored autumn trees as the cows chewed on the dewy morning grass. The class was given a tour of how the farm was run. But Henry was still having a tough time and went off on his own again. When Bea opened the barn door, the air was musty and dark with old books and tractors quietly rusting away. Her warm breath cut through the darkness. She spied Henry in the hayloft and climbed up, a little reluctantly. "I found this," said Henry, without looking at Bea. It was an old cat collar. The leather strap was tattered and broken, and the dirt from age made the tag hard to read. Henry started to cry. Bea froze. "What's wrong?" "Buddy died last week," said Henry, wiping his eyes. "Oh," said Bea. "I didn't know. He was such a sweet old cat." "It's hard to lose a friend," she said quietly. Bea gently put the collar back into Henry's hand. Just then, a loud rumble in the distance cut through the air. The barn door creaked open loudly. "Bea! Henry!" called Mrs. Birchfield. "We're up here," Bea responded quickly. Henry rushed to wipe his face. "Everyone needs to come inside. A storm is coming." Bea and Henry climbed down from the hayloft in silence. Then, as they were walking back to the farmhouse, Bea got an idea. "Wait," she said to Henry, and grabbed a small shovel that was resting on a bench. She began to dig a hole next to the barn. "Let's say goodbye to Buddy." Henry nodded as he wiped away a few remaining tears. Henry placed the collar in the hole, and together they covered it carefully. They heard the soft sprinkle of rain hit the dirt. The dark clouds came up behind them and filled the sky. The rain started to come down even harder. The rest of the class squealed with excitement as they ran into the farmhouse. Henry and Bea were the last to make it there, but Henry stopped at the steps. Bea understood. "I won't say anything," she said quietly. As the class got out of their muddy boots and ate some freshly baked cookies, they all chattered about the things they had seen. Henry looked out the window. Maybe we'll see some lightning, he mumbled to Bea through a mouthful of cookies. Yeah, said Bea, chomping down on one of her own. Or maybe even a rainbow. The end.